Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Naran Swamy, Honorable Minister for Public Works, Mr. Namashwam, our Development Commissioner Education Secretary, Mr. Anbarsu, our Director Education, Dr. Kumar, teachers and parents present here, awarding recognition, brilliant and meritorious teachers, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank the Department of Education for inviting me on such an important occasion where we are recognizing our meritorious teachers. I started my career as a teacher. Before I went for my master's, I was a nursery teacher. After I finished my master's, I became a lecturer in a college. I totally, fully value and respect the profession of education and teaching. For me, this is a very vital profession. It's not a profession, I think it's a very vital responsibility for anybody to perform in the society. Sometimes we start, this is my feeling, we feel that the teacher is only the one who teaches in the school. I personally feel the first home of every child, first school of every child is the home. Because the first 4 years of every child is considered the most vital aspect of learning. And the first 4 years, research has established that if the child is well nurtured, is healthy, will make a very strong foundation. Further, from the age of 4 to 15 is again considered the most vital part of any character building. And in this portion of 0 to 15, parents at home and teachers outside home in the school shape the entire personality of the child. It is during this period the child learns the language, child learns values, child learns to be disciplined, be polite, be hardworking, reading, love for education, sports. All this is here where the child is realizing his or her qualities. So every child has two teachers, two schools, school at home and school outside. So the home is a school and the school is a home, outside home. So it is two homes, two schools. We have started feeling that once we have admitted this child in the school, parents feel our work is over. Now the school teachers will take over and our responsibility is over. This is how we start feeling many times. Many parents think like this. Parents think now they can be busy elsewhere and let the child be taken care by the school teachers. I think that is the time when they're making a very big mistake. So if we want to make our child bright and high achieving, when the child comes back from school, somebody in the family must take charge of the child to see how the child spends time after the school at home. It's very, very important. All of us who have achieved in life are those who got attention from parents after the school. And it involves both mother and father and not an absent father. Child is looking for learning from both mother and father, not only mother. And therefore, the first role models for the child to be bright are father and mother. It cannot be that father is very busy elsewhere or has his own compulsions and is not available for that is when the child loses out on half of that of home development. I'm stressing it again and again that this is what we feel. We paid the fees to the school. School will take care of the food, the books, the bag, the diet, the nutrition, everything. School education over. It is wrong. That is not the way to think. School has its own role. But what the parents can do, the school cannot do. Parents have the very major. Parents are the primary teachers of every child. The children, when come home, cannot be left to only watching television, as is the situation in many homes today. They have to be invested into creative activity, whether it's a sports or activity. But it has to be a creative activity and not just left to him or herself. That is why for working parents, a day boarding school is becoming very essential. A day boarding school where the child in the school finishes the homework and then goes home, because there is nobody at home to pay attention to. However, that is as far as the school is concerned. Now comes to the teacher in the school. Teacher in the school must realize it's a very major responsibility to look after every child and not only the bright children. And the weakest child should be made to sit ahead so that they get more attention. And the teacher must come back happy, revised, something new, something which is exciting for the children, so that the children are keen to listen to the teacher. And the way the teacher will teach, will the child like the subject? It is children will remember all their life, teachers who loved them, who cared for them, and who also taught them well. The teacher in the school is a very important link between the home and the school. The teacher must stay connected with the parents also of the children on a regular basis, which is why Parents-Teacher Association plays a very important. In some regions of Puducherry, PTA is very, very strong, and in some places PTA is weak. In some places PTAs provide the solution. If there's any deficiency, they fill in. In some cases they don't even attend the PTA meeting. Parents must find the time for PTAs. The child is so vital when the teacher is working with the child. It is like a gardener shaping a plant or a potter making a pot. It is shaping a life. A teacher in the school is shaping the life of a child. Teaching is not a job, it is a mission. It is service to build the society. So if we want a vibrant, healthy society, value-based society, parents at home and teachers outside the home, they both have to work together. They must find time for each other. And the age of 4 to 14, as in absolute full final research, vital age is 4 to 14. There's a true incident where one parent went to Aristotle. We know Aristotle, who has been a Greek philosopher, very famous philosopher called Aristotle. One mother went with a small child to Aristotle to say, how can I make my child very good? Aristotle asked the mother, how old is your child? She said, my child is 5 years old. Aristotle said, madam, you are 5 years late. So in other words, education of the child begins from the lap of the parents, the mother and the father, and then from the seat or the bench, wherever is in the school. So parents and teachers are sides of the same coin. It's a parent in the school and teacher at home. They both are two sides of the same coin. So the teacher has to be the parent and the parent has to be the teacher. Even if you are first learner in the home, don't worry. Sit down with your child and make him like education, read education, do homework. Sit down with the child and make him study. Ask for help if your child needs. Similarly, the teacher should inform the parent if the child needs help. And make physical activity, sports, hand skill, art and craft, music, dance as a part of total education. By this, we will be able to create a whole good new India generation where every child can be an Abdul Kalam. This is, I think, the best I can share with you as my experience. Thank you for listening to me.
Nandri.
Thank you. And I congratulate all the award-winning teachers of the day.